Yeah, it's time to visit another chapter in the Vernon Philander School of Bowling. I've been joined by himself right here in the middle, Vern. The efficacy of a new ball, the pace bowler and Hassalani. What a combination yesterday. What makes him so good?
Yeah, afternoon, Iris. I think for me, I always talk about utilizing a new ball. I think for me, you've got a little window where the ball's going to be swinging. And of course, the new ball can disappear as well. I think we've seen Hassan Ali yesterday bowling with that new ball, looking for a bit of shape up front. The first over, he's been expensive. But how was that for a comeback? And I always talk about bringing those stumps into play. I think when he, in that comeback spell that I'm talking and referring to, he's hit the absolute perfect length, coming back, the one that cleaned up TKC. And then the very next ball, Rothman Powell. And this is exactly what I'm making reference to. We always talk about bringing those stumps into play. The length is impeccable. And why I say the length is impeccable, neither of those batsmen are committed forward nor back, so they've been caught on the crease in the season. And when you bring the stumps into play, that's exactly what I'm referring to. So for me, in the shorter format, guys, you need to bring those stumps into play.
Now, the importance of understanding length on the surface that you're playing, because obviously it varies, and that's what Hassan Ali did really nicely. You talk about bringing the three stumps behind into play, but length as well, in terms of in the perfect area, the 6 to 8 meter mark. That's where he got those 2 wickets.
Absolutely, and I think for me, you almost want to make sure that that becomes a natural part of your game. You want to bring those off stump, so when you challenge batters' techniques, you always know that batsmen have to play. They can't leave you on length because you bring those stumps into play. For me, when I used to play, it used to be pretty simple. For me, the length that I used to operate at, I used to count down 4.5 steps from the popping crease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a half. And on that length, I know I could bring those stumps into play. I think it obviously varies. When you're a bit taller, you perhaps want to go a touch fuller, and when you're a little bit shorter, you can perhaps drag your length back. It also depends on the type of surface that you play on. I think in the subcontinent, you could potentially bring your length back a slight bit, whereas when you play on the more bouncier surfaces in South Africa, Australia, you perhaps want to be a touch fuller. For me, you want to get the batsman in a forward defensive mode where you can challenge the outside edge, inside edge, bowl as well as LBW.
Now again, young boys and girls, this might sound like a lot of science, a lot of confusion, and we talk about length and breaking it up, and we keep using this term hard length. What is hard length, just for our younger viewers?
Yeah, I think for me, hard length is pretty simple. You want to get the batsman in that in-the-season frame of mind. So he's not sure whether to go forward nor to go back. That length that I've counted out, that's my perfect length. That's my ideal length. So for me, a taller bowler, like I said, he could perhaps go a touch fuller and still have the same effect on a particular batsman. So for me, it's making sure that you find that ideal length to your size, length and strength, and work accordingly.
Right, another chapter from his School of Bowling. Hope you've enjoyed that and you can make use of that in your bowling.